What's up, guys? I have a cool knife review for you today, and it's of this guy right here. This is the Medford Knives Slim Midi, and it's based off of their Marauder knife, except it's like thinner, and I think this overall length might be a little smaller also. So this is my first Medford knives that I ever had. I wanted to show you guys what kind of packaging they do. It's like a very huge box, and no question on where it's made at. And then you have the all the information right here. S35VN bronzed titanium handles. Okay. And inside the box, you got another box, and it was in this bubble wrap. I took it out of the bubble wrap, but let's see. Their warranties are very strict, okay? So you got to be careful on what you do with these knives. You can't. Wow, your knife has been rigorously tested by 3 detailed inspections, and by all odds is near perfect. It's pretty cool. Most knives returned are caused by mishandling of the blade by a customer. So we thought we'd save you some hassle. Okay, whatever. Soaked knives, void warranty. What? Who's ever soaked a knife? I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, I'll read. This is like excessive, but I'll read that later. I bought this secondhand, so maybe the warranty's already voided. I don't even know. We'll see though. But then you have this box with the dog tag with their number on it. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like how they're proud to, be in the USA and stuff. The knife was in this bubble wrap, and then it comes with this card. This is a business card, and then again another warranty card. Okay, so yeah, I know one thing about their warranties: you can't disassemble. So whatever, I'm not real worried about that. Most knives, you don't really need to disassemble them unless they're running rough or something's going on. So if this ever needed to be disassembled, if I wanted to just send it back to them, I could, but if I wanted to just try to disassemble, it looks like there's torque bits there, and then it has a proprietary pivot, so that would be the only problem. But I don't plan on disassembling it. But anyway, this is all this is titanium scales. It's been anodized. I've seen somebody do a green anode job on the clip, and it looks pretty cool, so I might try to do that. Let me show you what it looks like compared to some standard, or one standard. So the PM2 is just a hair longer than it. So you can see it has the choil there, the same spot. The cutting edge is about the same. Everything, it's basically very comparable to a PM2. I'll throw the specs up, the weight and all the height of the blade and all that stuff. It does have pretty good thin stock. That's what another thing that makes it called a Slim Midi. See, it's actually thinner stock than a PM2, and it's got this beautiful grind here. This is a kind of satin grind that I actually like, and you can see it's almost stone washed over top of it, so it's very cool. And it is a hollow grind, so it is gonna slice very good. Just a very beautiful knife. I really like the design. The drop point is one of my favorite blades. We talked about that in another video. But S35VN, like I said, I had watched Nick Shabazz's review, and I was a little worried because he had said this lock bar is hard to get into, and I was worried it was going to be too much tension, but you know what, it's not hard to get in, and it's not a lot of tension either, so it's like perfect. Because I don't really like knives that I can't access the lock bar good, and if it has a very high strength, that even makes it worse. So that was a big relief. One complaint has been that this is exposed, and if you drop it, it could get damaged. But I don't really tend to drop my knives anyway, and if anything happened to it, if you're good with the warranty, it's fine. So I'm not really worried about that. It's hardened steel, so I mean, it's probably will take out whatever it falls into before it does any damage to that steel. Has a pretty cool lanyard hole there, not on the other side. This is right hand tip up only. Let me show you what it looks like in the pocket. And I was very pleasantly surprised with how the clip did it. Even though it is above, it's not, I can probably bend that back in, but honestly it doesn't really need it at this time. It goes in and out of the pocket very good. The tension is good, and it's not too bad. That's not too bad. So the pocket clip is good. It doesn't really feel very heavy. Like I said, I'll have the stats up. Alright, now deployment. So it has this deep fuller, and then the edges are kind of like, they're not that chamfered, so you can get your finger in there to spidey flick. You can get your thumb in there to thumb flick. That was another thing. I didn't know if it would be able to be flicked out with your thumb. And now that I just did it, but yeah, you can do it. Just actually, these thumb studs can be used too if you want to deploy it with the thumb studs. It's almost more reliable than if you're going to be using the thumb. It's almost more reliable than this. But this, there. Sorry, can't do it good on camera. But so yeah, you can deploy it with the fuller, and they're not really thumb studs, but you can still deploy them with the thumb stops. And I haven't tried to middle finger the thumb stops. I've only middle fingered the fuller, so let me see if you can. No, I think the fuller is the only thing I can middle finger flick on there. Now the smoothness, close, it's like it's on bronze washers, so you can tell it's not gonna really drop close, at least at this point. Maybe at one day it will smooth out to where it drops, but it just feels nice. It's not as quite, it's almost like a Sebenza feeling. It's just like a bronze washer feeling knife. It feels good. So they did a good job. Ergos are very good on this knife. It's just a basic shape. It's very good. You can choke up here if you need to. So your whole hand fits on the knife, right like that. This is like I said, this is the first Medford I've owned. I had the chance to review a Medford Smooth Criminal, and that was a Blade Banters. So I knew that they had an amazing blade finish, so I was really looking forward to getting a hold of this, and glad I was able to find it at a great price. So it's a good knife. That's all I gotta say. I really like it so far. It's gonna be a tough knife. I gotta read the warranty a little more to see, it's because some knives are very good to have a good warranty, like a CRK. So you're not afraid to work with it. So as long as you work with this knife, you should be fine under the warranty. But that's my review, guys. It is a good knife. I think if you can find it on the secondary market, you would be better off because you can get a better price. But I'm very happy with it. And that's all I got. See you on the next one.